Use a Dingbat font as a design element to add visual interest to your scrapbook pages. I'll be showing you how to use a Dingbat font and the ellipse tool together to make a circular path with dingbats for your own pages. Before we begin, if you don't already have the Suit Icons font downloaded and installed, you'll need to do that now. It can be found for free at fontsquirrel.com. I've already opened a new document and pressed the letter D to reset the color chips to the default of black over white. This video is being filmed in expert mode of Photoshop Elements, but the instructions are exactly the same for Photoshop except where noted. Let's begin by adding a circle shape to the document. Get the ellipse shape tool. It's nested with the other shape tools. It's important to note that this technique works best with round shapes that have no corners. In the tool options, click to open the color chip and click on the color wheel to open the color picker. Photoshop users in the tool options set the tool mode to shape and set the fill to solid color. Click on the color picker icon. In the color picker, choose a medium gray and click OK. In the tool options, click on the geometry options and choose fixed size. Set the width to 2 inches and the height to 2 inches. Click on the Create a New Shape Layer icon. If applicable, set the style to None. Photoshop users click on the stroke thumbnail and choose None. In the Path Operations, choose New Layer, and in the Path Options, choose Unconstrained and check Align Edges. On the document, click once near the center of the document to place the shape. It does not have to be precisely centered. Photoshop users in the dialog box set the width to 2 inches and the height to 2 inches and then click OK. Back in the tool options, let's reset the settings so they aren't sticky the next time you use them. Open the geometry options and choose Unconstrained. Next, we're going to type on a path. Get the horizontal type tool, and in the tool options, open the font picker and choose the Suit Icons font. The Suit Icons font is classified as a Dingbat font. What is a Dingbat font? Dingbat fonts are fonts that use shapes, symbols, or designs in place of what normally would be letters and numbers. Dingbat fonts are associated with keyboard keys, and Dingbat fonts are not characters that will make a legible text. Back in the tool options, set the size to 20, the leading to auto, and the tracking to 29. Photoshop users will find the leading and tracking in the character panel. This tracking works with this font at this size. When using other fonts or a different font size, it's going to yield different results. If the color chip is not black, click on it and choose Black Now. Click on the left aligned text icon. Before we add the type, I want to share with you a sample keyboard for the Suit Icons font that I found online at Font Squirrel, which was displayed with the font. This sample will help you quickly see which dingbat icon corresponds to a specific character on the keyboard. For this tutorial, I'm using this star icon, so I will note that it uses the grave accent key. It's important to note that sample keyboards on the web do not often show all characters in a dingbat font. For greater ease in accessing all characters of a font, watch the character map tutorial in our free fundamentals class. Back on the sample keyboard, use the Shift key to access icons on the top of each row. For the icons along the bottom of each row, simply use the character key only. On the document, hover your cursor over the top center edge of the circle until you see the Type on a Path icon. That's the I-beam with a wavy line through it. Then click once to place the cursor. Type the icon of your choice. Remember, I chose the star icon and it uses the grave accent key. Press that same key enough times to fill the path around the circle and then click the check mark to commit the change. In the Layers panel, click on the visibility icon of the circle layer to hide it. Making changes to the shape, the font, or the size of either one will yield different results. If you make changes and this causes a gap at the end of the line of type, you can try these things. Rotate and tuck the area of the gap behind a photo or other element to hide that gap when using it on your document like I've done here in this example. Or you can adjust the tracking to close the gap. To find more information about how to adjust the tracking, how to change the type icon, how to rotate the type layer, or how to change the color of the type layer, please refer to the manual. Lastly, finish the page as desired and save the document as a layered PSD file with a unique name. When I created this card, I used this technique exactly as described here in this lesson. But when I used this technique on this page, I decided to tuck a portion of the circle behind my photos. And on this page here, I used the Wingdings 3 Dingbat font and chose not to fill the circle entirely. This is a great way to use this icon to direct the eye around the page. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. This has been Gina Harper with Digital Scrapper. We help you get your stories told.